stacking wins, I'm never done. On the field, I'm number one. Pressure heavy, weigh a ton. Yeah. Yeah. Sweat.
Four. What a crazy, crazy game. I'm exhausted. I can't even shout. I can't even sit here and bring myself to shout about what I've just witnessed. It's just an insane game. I mean, for the neutral, they would have loved it, especially the Man United haters. They would have loved that game. Seeing United not hold out a lead. How many times did United take the lead time and time again and not be able to see out the game? I mean, our defense is a complete and utter joke. Why are we conceding goals left, right and centre? I have no idea. No idea. I can't even put my finger on. Look, I'm looking at Haven. I look at Lenny Euro. I look at Luke Shaw and I think, surely they can keep out the likes of Bournemouth. Surely. But there's some serious questions over United and our defence. We are simply not playing well enough when it comes to our defensive work rate. We're not keeping out teams, man. We're struggling to keep out the likes of Wolves, the team that hadn't scored in 6 games. Yet we turn up to this game against Bournemouth and take the lead. They get back. We take the lead again. They get back and then they hit us with a third goal. I don't even want to review the flipping game because there's no bloody point. There's no point going through it with a fine-tooth comb and in detail and talk about this and that and what happened. Because it was just shit defensively. I feel sorry for our attacking players. The players who are there doing all the running, trying to score goals, and every time they score a goal and they think, right, that's it, we've got our team back in it and we're going to win this game, Bournemouth just go down the other end and walk straight past our defence. They put a simple ball straight through and score. I really don't know. I don't even have an answer for it. I don't have an answer for it. I mean, Bruno Fernandes had a decent game. I'd say Dalot even had a decent game. All the usual suspects who I normally say don't really play well had very good games. Luke Shaw, Lenny Euro, Haven, Senny Lemons. Essentially, everybody who's meant to be keeping a clean sheet played terrible, terrible, terrible football. We were just shit. Every time you think, right, okay, that's it. We've scored now. We're going to go and kick on and we're going to just defend. Just do not let them score. Take them out. As soon as they get past the halfway line, just chop them. Just take the legs. If that's what it takes. Just do not let them get into them positions. But time and time again, it was just like we were just leaving space deliberately. It was almost like we don't want to defend, actually. We don't want to. Let's give them a bit of space. Let's give the attackers a bit of space. Let them play the simple ball straight through the middle, cut us open like a knife through butter. It was just disastrous. From right early on. In fact, I'd say, look, 20 minutes into the game, United were all over Bournemouth. Bournemouth didn't even actually get out of the first half. I can't remember Senny Lemons actually having to make a save. I can't. And then the same thing, time and time again, happens to United. They take the lead, and then I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens to the players. I'm sure even Ruben Amorim thinks, what happened. Even he doesn't bloody know. Because we're all watching the same game. We see it week in, week out. United take the lead. United look comfortable. United look like they're going to score 2 or 3 goals. Yet they score 1 goal and then suddenly they switch off. They all switch off. And the opposition in Bournemouth, a team that had been playing shit for the last 6-7 games, we made look like bloody prime Barcelona. We made them look like a top team today, scoring 4 goals past our defence. And they came in the first half and boom, they scored an equaliser. They didn't deserve to be going in at half-time 1-1. And luckily for us, we got that second goal from Casemiro through the corner, and we thought, right, okay, look, normal service resumes. We'll go again second half, and we'll see this game out. Surely not once again. Surely not when we've had the experience of Everton, West Ham, and Spurs, and Nottingham Forest. We know, right, okay, we're going to see out this game. Surely we can't make the same mistake over and over again. Surely Ruben Amorim is going to sit there and tell his team, do not let them score. Do not let them back into this game. Do not give them confidence in coming back into this game. But the problem is that teams playing against United, they smell blood. They can see, they can feel it in the air that United are weak defensively. They know that every time they get a chance, they can go forward, walk straight through our bloody defence and take a shot on goal. And Senny Lemons, well, look, you've got to hold him accountable as well. He let some goals go in that were questionable. The free kick, for instance, in the second half from Tavernier. He should have been covering that side, but he didn't. Do you know what? I don't know who to blame. I really don't. I look at the defence and I think, okay, look, Haven, young kid, same thing with Lenny Euro. Do I really want to be pointing fingers at them? Do they need help? Of course they bloody do. Of course they do. We can't field these defenders out in the Premier League and then expect them to do wonders. They're kids. They need experienced defenders around them. They need experienced players around them. You can't just field kids in the entire defence and then expect them to do whatever. But anyway, it was just shit. It was just shit all round. And in the second half, when United got that goal that took us to 4-3, right? You thought, right, that's it. We've got our 2 goals. We've got back into this game, and we're gonna see it out. We've got 10 bloody minutes. 10 minutes to just see out the game. I mean, how hard can it be? A team that's not won in 6-7 games. They've got 0 confidence. You're at home. You see out the game. You manage the game. How many times have we seen other teams manage the game? As soon as they go in front, they keep the ball. They don't let the opposition have it. They just simply slow everything down and call it a day. Yet United just I feel like they just deliberately do this. I feel like they deliberately look at the game and they think, oh shit, we've gone up, we're in the lead. We surely shouldn't be in the lead. Let's give them another goal. Let's call it equals. Let's give them another goal and we can then go again. Terrible, terrible performance. I mean, it just leaves you emotionally completely drained watching United play. And especially in this season so far. Almost every game that we've seen recently, all the way back to Nottingham Forest and Spurs, you just feel like United are in control. Everything's going to work out. We're okay. We look like we've got everything under control. We're going to just carry on and just see this game out. But then something happens where United just completely switch off like a light switch. And the opposition just get in and score and score and score. 4 bloody goals for Bournemouth. It just shocks me. It shocks me that we couldn't close up shop against Bournemouth at home. We've got some serious question marks over our defence, our entire team. I know we've been looking at the defence and saying, oh, it's the defence. We need a centre mid. We need an out-and-out centre mid. We need Baleba. We need Anderson. We need Wharton. We need somebody to come in and shore up our midfield. And that's why we're losing all these goals. But is that the only solution? Is that the only problem? I don't think so. I think that there's much more deeper problems that we're not fully aware of. And the question mark I had was, why wasn't Leacher starting the game? Why was Leacher again on the bench? I mean, how long does his recovery take? How careful do United have to be with Leacher? I mean, these games are the games that we should be winning. These are the games that we should be taking 3 points in the bag and moving on. 3 points in the bag and move on. 3 points in the bag and move on. These are the games where you should be playing your best. You should be playing Leacher. Give him a rest when we're playing against someone who's going to be more difficult. And look, it's going to be a 50-50 game. And you can say, all right, let's rest him. Let's get these in the bag. These are the points that we need to be banking. And we're not doing it. And we're going to regret this. Just like we've been regretting the result against Spurs, the result against Nottingham Forest, and the result against Everton and West Ham. And it goes on and on and on and on. The list just carries on. And we keep looking back. We keep looking back at the game and thinking, oh shit, we messed up there. If we just won that game, we'd be sat in second. If we just won that game, we'd be sat in third. If we just won today's game, we'd be sat joint fifth or fourth or whatever it was. Seriously, I've had enough. I've had enough of watching United play in such a manner where we do not control games. We've got enough experience on that pitch in Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, Leach. We've got bloody international players all across the field with plenty of experience in playing football matches. They should know exactly how to control games. Yet, they look like schoolboys playing against senior teams. We made bloody Bournemouth look like prime Barcelona today. At home, at Old Trafford. And I guess it was a fair result. I mean, look, let's be honest. They could have actually got the winner. They could have got 5 goals past us today. If it wasn't for Senny, in fact, they could have got 6 goals past us. Senny Lemons came out and made 2 crucial saves in the last few minutes of injury time, which allowed us to walk off the pitch with a draw. Let's be honest. If we're going to be honest with each other, we have to admit that Senny Lemons had to make 2 massive, crucial saves in the last seconds of the game to keep United going off the pitch with a draw. Or we could have quite easily be talking about a loss to Bournemouth at home, allowing them to score 5 or 6 goals. I mean, the header from Brooks right near the end of the game, he was a substitute, he came on, and he had a free header, and Senny Lemons blocked it with his foot. If that was a striker, that was going in. That was going in. It was a free header. So I guess we've got to look at the positives. And say, well, actually, look, we got a point at least. It could have been much worse because United have just simply haven't got a clue when it comes to defending. Haven't got a clue. But we go again, I guess. That's all we can do. I mean, Mbumo's off. So is Ahmad to play for the international teams. And I mean, the only positive I took out of the game is that we actually threw the kitchen sink at them this time. We didn't do what we did against Everton, which was still play our defensive shape and still play our team formation as we do and just see out the game. At least we can say that we went and threw the kitchen sink. We threw Ahmad up forward. We threw Sesko on. We threw Kuna forward. We threw Mbumo forward. And everyone was attacking. And we gave it a good shot. But unfortunately, we left the same defence behind us. I mean, we did take Lenny Euro off, but and then Luke Shaw ended up coming off as well. But it was over. I mean, we're clueless when it came to defensive work. We were just absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. And look, I didn't want it. I was celebrating. I was thinking, right, that's it. We've got the bloody win. you know, whatever happens, yes, we let them score 3 goals, but we're up 4-3. We're going to see this out. We might even score another goal. But I was not expecting United to open the floodgates again and say, actually, why don't you come and score some more goals past us? Because, you know, that's what we do. That's what United do now, right? Okay, we offer you 3 goals. Come on. You haven't scored in how many goals? You haven't scored in 6 games, 7 games, like we did with Wolves. I mean, that should have been warning signs for us. We allowed a team that didn't score for 6 games to score past us. And we made them actually look decent. And actually, we've probably given them confidence, actually, because they played pretty well against Arsenal the other day. So, yeah, we're the confidence givers. You know, come and play against United and increase your confidence. Because Bournemouth bloody looked good today. Because every time, Tavernier looked like bloody prime Zidane. Every time he was getting the ball, he was just pinning them, making them through ball passes like he had all day to pick out his players. And there was no one picking him up. And finally, Casemiro decided, right, I'm just going to take him out. I'll just take the yellow card, just take him out. And he did. But overall, absolutely horrendous performance. Once again, question marks over our defence, over what we're actually doing. In what direction are we travelling in right now? How are we going to do this? We've not played well enough. Once again, and we're going to regret these points that we keep on dropping. I keep saying it week in, week out. We're going to end up regretting all these points that we're dropping. We're losing. We're giving away these points. These are the bankers. If you look back at our fixture list, when we were playing Liverpool, we were talking about, the running from after Liverpool is easy. We're going to be picking up loads of points after that. These are them games. These are the games that we were looking at a month ago and saying, of course we're going to win these games. Of course we're going to do well. It's straightforward, all these games. But they clearly haven't been. Anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. Make sure you smash the like. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you hit the subscribe as well. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bring you reaction from the game and see what Ruben Amorim and the players have to say for themselves. See you later.